Welcome to Pull a Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinion about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But I promise you, we're going to try and give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
I'm Nate. Let's pull the pin already. I guess there's a little delay. I'm like,
Yeah, there was something going on the internet there, but my dog barked right as soon as I said welcome.
oh.
Anyways, welcome back, Nate. Hope you had great weekends, holidays, whatever.
Ooh, still recovering. I don't know if that's really a holiday. We don't get off for it.
Well, it's a Sunday.
It's a celebration.
So
that's not even American.
Yeah. Oh, but there's American.
Well, I guess it was on Sunday this year, so I guess I was off work for it.
So yeah, either way, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. Some headlines and episodes that we do where we just pull headlines and talk about them from our perspective, whether we've read the articles or not. Probably have not. But why is our perspective important, Nate?
Because we're average veterans. We've been around the world and we know everything.
So we will tell you how to feel, think, and react to every headline that we bring up here that we were so carefully chose. So why don't we do that?
Let's do it. Boom!
Let's start off with the Clintons.
Yes.
Boeing whistleblower found dead from apparent suicide. Whoa. I don't remember what the whistleblower was about.
Wasn't that the door or no?
Oh, it was. Wasn't it the doors? Yeah, that were the maintenance stuff or something. Isn't that odd?
Yeah, I'm sure it was suicide. Cameras were off.
Right.
Blankets were available.
Yeah, they gave him a real tall bunk bed. You know how it works. But yeah, it's just crazy because like that's the purpose of that, right? The purpose of this, what do they call whatever, getting Clintoned, is to deter people from coming out and telling. And this goes inside. Like I have a real pet peeve, and I get so irritated at people that oh, snitches get stitches stuff. You know, that's criminal talk. You know what I mean? That's criminals, because this is what happens with criminals. When you snitch, that means you're part of the crime. That's what a snitch is. A snitch is not someone with a good conscience who reports a crime. That's not a snitch. That's an honest citizen.
Yeah, but snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. So
right, by bitches, right? So that's the problem. Is that these people, they talk this language. They talk this language as if everyone's a criminal like them. No, we're all not criminals. So when we report your crime, we're not snitching because we're not part of it. We're just reporting your crime because you're a criminal. So at the end of the day, that's what this stuff reminds me of. When you got whistleblowers, you know, they're reporting crimes. And if they're not part of it, obviously anyone with money or something to lose gets angry, and then they get violent, and these people belong in ditches, not the snitches. So yeah, that's my opinion.
I wonder what else that person knew.
Right. But if you are a whistleblower out there, what I recommend is copy and scan everything and write it all down, record it, and send it to like 12 of your friends. Tell them not to open it. And don't tell anybody you got it.
Unless you die.
Yeah. And if something happens to you, then open it. Right. Exactly. And have your friends tell them to send it to people that you don't even know. That's what I recommend, because that's what probably should have been done with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Or just throw it on the internet, right?
I still haven't opened that stuff you sent me and said don't open it yet until you die. So I'm still
waiting. Don't, dude. Don't open that. I wouldn't open it anyway. I wouldn't even tell anybody you got it, because now you're on the list. All right. Anyways. Trying to get me snitched? I mean, you trying to get me ditched?
I'm going to blow the whistle on that.
All right. Biden's budget cuts VA spending, increases funds for wars in Ukraine and Israel.
That's because it sends the money right back into his pocket. I just saw something. I forgot who was saying it. But they said we gave whenever this was recorded, we gave 100 to the Ukraine so far.
Dude, I say that again because you cut out for a second. I don't know if that's on the recording or not. Your internet seems laggy.
We gave 113 so far.
Dude, I hope this is just on my end, but I couldn't hear a word you said. 113, that was it. Get off the dial-up.
To you,
113 billion Ukraine so far.
Yeah. And they compared like 4 other U.S. agencies in the government combined that don't even get that much money. and every year to operate.
Right.
Like eye opening, eye opening.
Yeah. Well, you think, where's that money going? Where's it coming from? You know what I mean?
The print shop.
Yeah, I mean that's the scary thing about this. Like the Federal Reserve, everybody thinks because it's got the name federal, it's actually a government agency. No, these people are printing money. And that's why I said people who don't believe there's some elite group of people, just look at the Federal Reserve. Just look at that organization. They dictate our money. They're not even government employees. They're not elected. They're not anything. They're still civilians. So if you don't think there's a cabal of people that control this country, get out of your house, get off TikTok, put your phone down so you can see in front of your face and go look. This stuff has been going on for years, but we all get a piece of the cake. We're all happy with our little pie, except for the poor people, and then they riot once in a while. But in the end, dude, it's been going on for years, right in front of your face. And now they're making it plain and obvious, and you still don't care. You'd rather yell at your neighbor for being a homophobe or a racist or something like. You'd rather do that because that's all you got the capacity to do. It's pretty sad, dude. It's pretty sad. But I don't endorse any violence. But if you do want to fix a problem, you go after the source of the problem, not the made up crap about your neighbors,
I
not
guess
the
this will
dangerous
make my
mega
VA
people.
decision
Hmm?
take longer. I guess this will make my VA decision take longer. Now they can't spend it on me.
Right? But I mean, like this is what I'm saying. So instead of being mad at
What?
the
What if I
MAGA,
got? What if I got hurt in the Ukraine war? Hmm.
you're not supposed to be there, first of all,
Oh, who
because
don't matter?
Congress didn't declare war.
Who cares?
So we're not involved, right?
Well, it says war is right here in the headline.
Yeah, well, that's their war. That's
Oh,
their war, and like I said, I don't care. I really don't care. Like I understand the implications, or I understand what certain countries do may affect us. I get that. I understand that if China will walk in and take over Taiwan, it would affect us. So I understand supporting these countries. But if that's the case, then why don't we just go take over the country? Because that's what's going to happen anyway if we keep doing this,
spent enough money. We might as well have already been there.
right? I mean, so it's ridiculous.
Iraq.
Bankrupt our country for other people.
I'm
It's
gonna bankrupt this
crazy.
headline.
Internal probe, DEI or DIE, office in Biden's VA is hostile, toxic, and has rampant sexual misconduct. So who did the
Here from
probe?
them.
Who did the
We're
internal?
taking money away from them. That's why.
Well, see, this is look. You can't. You got to tread this water very delicately, right? Because you can't stereotype certain groups of people, right? But what you can do is you can get the data from certain groups of individuals in certain situations, right? You can get the the data, data, like
Whoa,
data.
whoa.
But
That's part of DEI.
this is the problem is because you got to, you know what I mean? Like a fact, would be what percentage of football players are minorities? It's a fact, right? You can come up with a percentage because you can look and say, okay, boom, 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 right?
What's
Well, minority is anybody that's not in the majority. So I think white would still be
what
majority.
a football? Because white, I don't think white.
No, not of football. I mean, of society, not even society, of America. Because
Yeah, so then
yeah,
you would say like football is 90% minority. Would that make a
yes,
minority? Would that make a minority anymore?
no. In football, it's not a minority, right?
Oh,
But my
oh,
point
oh,
being is
oh, oh.
that I wasn't even debating that. The point was is
We
that's a
need
fact you can say, right?
we need DEI in an NFL. We need more diversity
Yes. But
hires.
that's a fact you can say, okay, this is 90% minority. But could you draw the conclusion that the minorities are better at professional football?
Guess if more of them play it,
Well, you could draw that conclusion, right? But there could be some racism that's keeping the other people out of from playing and showing their talent, right?
of course
So
there is.
right, of course, right? So that's my point is so when you look at these scenarios, you can dictate the facts You know what? I'm not even know why I'm even discussing this. This is just typical Biden crap. Let's move on to the next one because all I'm going to do is just give a sound bite that's going to sound terrible, and I'm not even going to bother. It's just stupid stuff. All right,
This
this
is
is my
pretty
favorite
stupid.
one though.
Yeah.
Madonna calls out fan for sitting during before realizing they were in a wheelchair.
Why do you have to stand up for a concert anyway? I mean, really. I'm here to hear music. What makes you think I had to?
Dude, your internet sucks.
No, you suck.
All right, my internet sucks, but I didn't hear you.
You just did.
No, it said, what makes you think you got to, and you went, that's all I heard. Hopefully you're on the end recording because if it is my internet, then you will be. If it's not, then you won't be. But anyways, you're right. This to me screams elitism. Again, why would you be calling anybody out? Your fans literally paid to be there. They're paying to make you rich.
I'm here.
And you're calling them out for what they're doing, sitting, like what? I just think that's the elitism of these celebrities, and that's what happens when you start living a lifestyle like that. That becomes your reality. And then you think the world is like that. You think the world exists around you because everywhere you go, you get catered to. And you know what I mean? And that's just not how the world operates. But these people live in it for so long, they don't think it just like military. Like let's prime example. We're veterans. When you were in the military for so long and you get out, the culture shock is amazing because things don't work like they did in the military. Even now, to this very day, I've been out for quite a few years and I'm going to my son's practice and I'm like, well, in the military, that's not what we did. In the military, we would have done this. Or in the military, like I keep using that example. And I gotta remind myself, this isn't the military. Doesn't mean it's not the best answer, but this isn't the military. These people don't give a damn about discipline and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So in the end, I guess I understand it, but when you're a celebrity and the very people that paid your bills are the ones you're giving a hard time, like I don't get that. I don't get that. Well, I can't hear you. Did you? What did you say? Say it again.
We're gonna wrap this. We're gonna elite.
You're right, man. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get off this because nobody's paying our bills, and there is an opportunity though if we get our website up or if you find a way to get us money, we can do that. But like, share, subscribe. That's even more important because that's what we want to do is hear your comments and tell us how dumb and wrong we are because that's great. Even though you'd be wrong because we're average veterans, so we know more than you. So unless you got something else, Nate, I'm going to say good night to this episode so we can get on with our day. No?
Good night.
Look, he's already fallen asleep. So until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin already. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.